Hello. Hello, Bear Watchers. Welcome to Monday Measures. I'm going to make this real because I'm not sure if I made this German chicken and dumplings. If you've ever had Cracker Barrel style chicken and dumplings, that's actually what this is. It's my grandmother's old recipe, and I'm sure it, came from somewhere, and, it was just a country style dumpling. It's, rolled out dough, and you pull it out and throw it into a big pot of chicken and broth. It's very simple. It just takes a lot of time because I've got my chicken in the crock pot still. I cooked it for 12 hours and I turned it off after 12 hours and it's kind of been sitting there. I'm gonna pull the chicken off and then this is the reason why Monday Measures hasn't been happening. I'm keeping it real. Look at this. Here's my kitchen. I need to clean the counters to roll the dough. And it's just, so it looks halfway decent for you all to plus I have to clean my stove. It's, we were cooking and cutting things, but yeah, keeping it real. It's a mess. Like I said, I'm keeping it real. It's 2:45 right now, and I'm going to see how long it takes me to do this. I'm actually pretty quick at cleaning, and I'm going to throw most of this in the dishwasher and get the clean things off of the... And I don't know what to do with all this. This big basket over here is all this stuff from that calendar. Nobody's eating it. I think I'm just going to take a lot. Well, they might get mad at me if I take it to work. This is the time of year. We're all women over there. This is the time of year we stop all that stuff and nobody wants to eat it. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm running out of daylight. It's white back there because it's reflecting snow off of everything. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm going to time myself. Well, I got a little carried away with the cleaning. I just, I pulled everything off the counters and cleaned it all. Because that back there, where the thermometer is, that has not been cleaned in a long time. Just because there was so much junk there. So now that junk, a lot of it is in the sink right now, and I put the holders in the dishwasher. Dishwasher's full. And we are ready to start cooking. Let's get this thing going. Oh yeah, it's 10 minutes after 4. And I'm a race against time here, because I'm going to have to get Heather in a little bit. So there's my chicken. I'm going to transfer it onto there so I can pull all of the chicken off of it. And then we're going to put the broth in my big pot over here. I already put some... I had leftover bone broth that I had put on the chicken when I had it in the crock pot. So that's in there. And I might put some more. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. And I'm making myself some tea. Okay, I had to stop and make my matcha latte. I've got the lemon and honey in there because I was starting to cough. My throat was getting dry. And I realized I hadn't drank any water all day. Here's the chicken, and that's what I talked about. After being that long in the crock pot, it's falling apart. Even the bones are soft. So the broth in there is bone broth. Yeah, so I got to get all of that and make sure that I get all the bones out of there. Inevitably, I always leave a couple of little bones, and some of them they're just soft enough that you can eat them. But my kids know that, they pick them out. It's just extra. Plus, friends are messaging me and Heather's messaging me. Oh my gosh, so much. So, in case you're wondering, the spices that are on there, it's poultry spices and some lemon pepper And, you know, however you want to season your chicken. I've got the crock pot, the empty crock pot over there. And I'm putting the whole chicken in there. There we go. There's all the chicken that's gonna go in the pot. Now we gotta do the noodles. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've had so many interruptions. It's crazy. It is now 5 o'clock and I haven't even gotten the noodles in the pot yet. I'm afraid that if I start the noodles now, they don't take very long. You know, that Heather will be messaging me to come home. Wait a minute. Nope, that's my ring. I turned the ringer off on my phone so I wouldn't have any distractions on the videos. But I wanted to show this to you. I got this shirt from Woodlands in Ketchikan. See? KTN, that's Ketchikan. So, yeah. Isn't that cool? So... Oh gosh, see, my bowl is empty. I haven't gotten the flour in there yet. So there's 3 quarts of broth and water. Whatever I had broth, I put another quart of broth from, you know, the sipping broth, bone broth from Costco. I put another quart of that in there and then I filled the rest with water. So I got 3 quarts in there. This was a 5-pound chicken and I'm gonna make 3 cups worth of dumplings. So 3 cups of flour. And that's basically, you know, it. So I'll show you guys that. And hopefully we can get the noodles in there before Heather messages me. All right, let's try this. So for the dumplings, this is all we need. Now, I don't have buttermilk on hand, so this is a blessing. This is a lifesaver. This is dried cultured buttermilk. So all you do is add water and it makes buttermilk. Flour, baking soda, salt, and I'm using tallow because I don't have Crisco around and I plan to never use Crisco again. But you can use Crisco if you want. But I'm using the tallow. So let's go ahead and make these dumplings. Okay. So 3 cups of flour. That's a big scoop to be putting in that container. And about 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. Soda, not powder. That's Sometimes that's a bad mistake. Same thing with the salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to make sure, let me get a fork. Make sure that that's mixed together really well. Then your Crisco or tallow. I think I've even used bacon grease for this before. Oh gosh, that's really thick. Oh, let me get her something deep. It was in the refrigerator. I've actually had it on the counter for about an hour now. So I need, this is a teaspoon. I need about 4 tablespoons. That looks like a tablespoon. Are y'all counting with me? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the last time I made this, I used bacon grease. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. Could probably even use butter too. I have real butter here. Does that look like enough? I'll put just a little bit more in there. Oh, this is bad. I'm bending my spoon. Okay, so we need to work that in there. It's Alaska. Even the butter on the counter stays hard. Okay, I am actually gonna get a, because that's so hard, I'm gonna get a pastry cutter. See there? Okay, and there's a, oh look, it's picking up the pieces. Goodness. Hopefully that gets mixed in good when we add the buttermilk. There's a 1.25 cups of buttermilk. And you don't want to mix this too much because we're going to need it. That's looking good. Not gluten-free. It is organic flour though. Okay, I moved everything. Oh, I probably should have grabbed my rolling pin before I got flour all over my hands. Let me go do that. All right, so I need to get all this, get all that dry stuff in with the moist stuff. I wonder if it's just a little too dry, maybe? Trying to get that in there. Here, let's get it on the counter, I guess. Maybe because that tallow was so hard. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more water in there. Just gonna make a mess of my counter, but that's okay. Just want to get it all together here so I can roll it out. Like Play-Doh. While I'm waiting for my broth to boil. So this big rolling pin I think showed up the last time I was making this. We were looking all over the place for my rolling pin and I couldn't find it. And then this one walked in the door. Yeah, see, this would go a whole lot easier if that tallow was not so hard. And I don't think, you know, if I put it in the microwave, it would be melted and then it'd be another weird consistency. It'd be too sticky. So you've got to, you know, lots of things to play with here. But I need it pretty thin, and I'll show you why. So let me get that really thin. Okay, so it's pretty thin, but we're actually going to make them thinner. And what we're going to do is cut strips pretty wide And I'm not cutting my counter, guys. Believe me, I'm not cutting the counter. It's just barely through the dough. And you don't have to worry about how even they are, because you'll see why then too. My broth is almost boiling again, or for, okay, let's do this, duh. Well, in the time I set up my microphone, the water started boiling, or the broth. Okay, this is the tricky part. I'm going to turn this down though, because it's way hot. And I hope that my camera stays in place. But we're going to take this and we're going to actually stretch it out really thin and plop it into our boiling water. And this is going to thicken everything up. And it's going to give it some flavor. Yeah, this is much. I needed it too much. So it's normally it would pull really easily and I wouldn't have to squish it, but I'm actually squishing it. But normally it would pull pretty easily. This is it because it's cold in here. And the reason why I say it's tricky, because you want to make sure that they're not sticking to each other either. Just keep stirring. And like any kind of noodles, they don't take very long. And then we'll put our chicken in there and it'll be done. And if you want to, you can put vegetables in there. We like it pretty bland. I will probably put some salt and a little bit of, I used to put bouillon in there to season it up. But recently I've been putting that Montreal chicken in there, the Montreal chicken seasoning. I'll show you in a second. The McCormick's. Or, yeah, it is McCormick's. That stuff there. Oh, I'm gonna leave it out, huh? A little bit. Not much. See, now that it's been sitting out on the counter, it's actually getting softer. The kitchen is heating up from all the boiling water, or boiling broth. See, these are a little thicker than I would normally like, but I'm sure they'll be good. I'm gonna put my chicken in there and turn it down and let it simmer for a while. Okay, I'm not gonna dump it in there. And I pulled it apart pretty good. When I took it off the chicken, took it off the bones. Hello? Oh, shoot.
Hello?
I have my hands full of chicken.
Oh, I thought you were in the bathroom, sorry.
Well,
You also don't answer when you're in the bathroom, which is fair.
right. Yeah, I've got the chicken in the pot now, so everything is. I just finished. So let me turn the car on,
Okay.
and I'll be there in, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so. So I got the Roku behind me, sorry, but what you guys didn't see was I set my recipe on fire. It had worked its way underneath the pot on the one side, and I actually had to pull the pot away and scrape the plastic off from the stove. So, oh my gosh, I'm glad it didn't like totally set on fire. I mean, I have the recipe on my Pinterest, I think, but I always put all of these things in this 3-ring binder. You know, when I find a good recipe, that one actually happened to be exactly what I use. so that was good, and yeah, at least I still have it. But that's where the thumbnail came from. Thank you, Maria. Oh, wow. Okay. So there's kind of the thickness of it. It changed, you know, a little bit of the broth color. I don't, can you see it? But I'm going to taste it. I'm the taste tester. And then I'll know whether I should put more seasonings in it. You really don't need much because it gets its taste from the chicken and the noodles and some of that. I put some of that Montreal seasoning in there. I'll find that it usually needs a little bit more salt. It's too hot to tell. Oh, goodness. Heather's home. I got done just in time because Heather messaged me and then she called because I didn't answer her message. So she's home. So the dogs are all happy and throwing toys around. Yep, very good. It just needs, like I said, a little bit more salt. the sipping broth, the bone broth from Costco, I found that it's not real salty, which I used to use, you know, the Swanson, I can't remember the name of it. It must be Swanson, the blue and white containers. I used to use those for all of my broths, and I don't anymore. I use the bone broth, but those are really salty. In fact, over the years, I switched from the less sodium kind, you know, of the Swanson, but that was the kind I've always used. I always used to get cases of the cans of broth. So, yeah, that's it for this Monday Measures. I'm going to put a little bit more seasoning in there, probably just some salt. And it's good. It's good. That should go between 3 girls. I won't eat much of it because it's gluten. And yeah, I'm still not tolerating the gluten. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.